So you want to start a clothing brand, or you think you want to start a clothing brand. You want to know what my thoughts are? Stay tuned. How you guys doing again? This is Stan Banks from T-Shirt here today to talk to you guys about starting a clothing brand. I get a lot of DMs of people talking to me and telling me, hey, I want to start a brand, but they really have no idea what it is that they want to do. Okay, so the first question I ask is, what is your target market? Who are you selling to? What are you selling? What's the story behind what you're selling? If you do not know the story behind what you're selling or why you're selling it or who you're selling it to, how can you possibly start a clothing brand? You know, if you think you're just going to put a name on a shirt and get some sales, yes, it might work. And it might actually work if you have a good design. You might be able to get your friends and family to support it, but people outside of that want to know what the brand is about if you don't already have a personal following. One of the things that I teach is niches bring riches. And all of that concept says is find something you're passionate about, build a community, and then apply t-shirts to it in order to make money. That's kind of like my blueprint to getting started. But some of you guys want to make a generic brand. But I don't mean like generic by like, you know, the generic store brand, but I mean you guys want to create a brand that has no true target market. Who's it for? It's for everybody. Well, if you want to sell something to everybody, you're going to have to literally punch everybody in the face with good marketing, good images, just showing people the way it is, the lifestyle of it. And it's a lot harder. A lot more people are trying to do it. Not to say it can't be done, because it definitely can be done, but you need to have great design. You need to have your clothing items need to have some type of unique difference to it. But people today are buying people and they're buying stories. So if they know you, you're popular, you have a personal brand, they'll buy you because of who you are. If you have a great following, then that's one thing that you can use. But if you don't have that, you need to have a story behind the brand that you're trying to put out. Now, here's something that I'm going to add. Some of you who don't have the idea, you know, you want to get into the clothing industry, some of you are made to make custom t-shirts. I myself was made to make t-shirts, custom t-shirts, school orders. It's money in that. And then later on down the line, that's when you can kind of figure out, okay, I'm in the industry, I know how much it costs, I can produce my own goods. So you have a leg up. When you're able to produce your own goods, you have a leg up on anybody starting into the industry who just wants to create a brand because they have to outsource. Now, because you know how to produce your own goods, you're cutting down a lot of costs, and you can kind of, depending on what you got into the industry doing, you can kind of make things to order. You can test the waters a lot easier than someone else would be able to. So some of you are made literally to make custom clothing brands. Later on down the line, that's when First State of Mind came out. That's when HBCUTs came out. I got the experience of seeing what was working, what wasn't working, and I was able to figure out and take the time to formulate my ideas and then come out with something when I had it, something solid. Okay, a lot of you guys want to know what's up with Gourmet. Gourmet was a personal thing I showed anybody. You can track back to the early Instagram of T-Shirt Side Hustle, where I was sketching out logos and different things like that. But this year, I'm working on two things for you guys. Three things. I'm gonna bring Gourmet back out, and I'm gonna start actually putting the effort in to make sales through the whole Gourmet T-Bar website. It'll be my custom shirts and clothing brand stuff. And then the second and third thing are gonna be started through Patreon, obviously, which is a membership site. I'll have the link for it down below if you want to sign up for it. But I'll be starting an Etsy store and an eBay store and trying to turn those things into profitable. I've never sold shirts on either one of them. I've never sold anything on Etsy. I've sold computer parts on eBay. So I'll be starting an Etsy and eBay store with t-shirt designs, and I'm going to go step by step through that process and document it real time with what's going on, putting out videos on it. So if you're interested in that, make sure you check out the Patreon link if that's something that you want to do. But I'm going to close this video with this. When it comes to the reason why you want to start a clothing brand, you need to know. You need to know. Is it because I want the fame, the glory, the success of it all? If that's the case, you got a long road ahead of you, because out of every brand that pops, it's probably 50 to 100 that never make it off the ground and gain traction outside of family and friends. So if that's the case, you need to put your head down. You need to figure out how much money you have to invest in yourself, into your idea, And then you need to put your head down, get a good design, and you need to beat it into people's head, literally. You need to pay for Instagram influencers. You need to pay for any publicity that you can get and get it out there. If you think you're just going to sit back and put a t-shirt on a mock-up and put it on the internet and it's going to sell, it's just not going to happen. I prefer you follow what I was teaching in the book, Niches Bring Riches. You can pick it up. Links in my bio. Links in the bio if you're on Instagram, but I'm not on Instagram right now. Is the links. I'll put the link down below. You can check it out. If you need anything from me, you always feel free to DM me. Like this video because I'm not getting enough likes. Question of the day. Why do you want to start a clothing brand? Let's get those comments below. It's been Stan Banks from T-Shirt Side Hustle. Peace.